Mike Streda, thanks for coming in, dude.
Nice to be here, brother.
Known you a long time and never sat down for a long-form conversation outside of at Beach Dog or maybe the office a time or two.
Not in front of microphones, that's for sure.
Yeah, not in front of microphones. So be careful, man. The whole world's listening.
I hope so, man. That'd be cool.
Actually, you do have a pretty interesting story to tell. You've had a whole lot of change, and you're a very different man right now than when I first met you. You're still the same, but your take on things is very different. So before we get into any of that, though, what's the Beach Dog story? What's the? I know it's a long story, but what's the short version? Like what the heck?
Yeah, 9 years ago, came down on a vacation, fell in love with the place. Read a book about the power of now and taking control of your life and really living in this present moment. Mm-hmm. So went back to Canada, put the houses up for sale, called the bank, said, "Come get my car."
It's over.
I don't own any of this shit anyway. So come get your stuff. I'm going to Costa Rica to open a restaurant and live my true life. So, nice. Packed the dogs up, flew down, opened up the restaurant, bought a piece of paradise.
Yeah.
And here I am almost 9 years later, going strong. It was a tough first couple years, with not knowing Spanish and trying to learn the lay of the land.
So you're saying it wasn't easy, Mike?
No, it definitely was not easy. It was super hard. I was super green. I thought I knew a lot more than I did. Mm-hmm. And I got to learn quick. So here we are, man.
Man, so Costa Rica has a way of pushing on you. Eric told me, and I didn't understand it when he told me at the time. I do now. When I first got it, and he's like, Nosara has a way of pushing on you. The harder you push on it, the harder it pushes back. So what we see all the time is people come in who are new. They have all these great ideas, and maybe back where they're from, that idea was fantastic and it worked great. But then when you come here and you find out, hold on, 2 + 2 isn't 4 here. The availability of goods and services and labor and all these other different things, right. It's not the same as where you're from. So it's very humbling. It's very humbling.
Yes.
I think that's why not everybody makes it here. Why are you still sitting here? So many others have come and gone. Why are you still here?
Yeah, perseverance. When things come to me in life, I just kind of run. I run through them. I run at them. I like to take negatives and turn them into positives. I learn from my mistakes. And I'm here because I grind. I haven't stopped grinding since I got here. And there's been a few other people along the way that have stuck it out. A few other restaurants that are still here, but yep. We've changed with the times. As I've changed, my restaurant's changed. I think I've gotten better as a person. The restaurant's gotten better as a restaurant. So as things move, I move with them, and we fail, we move forward. Do 2 steps back, 1 step forward,
but
3 steps here. Back, 1 step forward.
But you're still here.
Yeah, still here, going strong.
Yeah.
Better than ever, for sure.
Right on, man. And congratulations on your success. I know it wasn't always easy. So I'm going to ask you probably the most common question is, why are your food prices so high?
Food prices are high because the cost is high. Costa Rica is getting expensive.
So you're not just sitting on these huge margins, like it actually costs you a lot of money to get that. And you're also operating at a higher quality level because you're trying to go a lot of vegan, a lot of organic, non-GMOs, and that's not always easy to find here. Yeah,
bringing in the highest quality products is a big important thing for me. So with that comes higher prices. Almond milk's $10 a liter down here. Organic chicken's super expensive. If you want to go to Vipasa and get, or factory farm chicken, you can do that. But we are, again, trying to get the highest quality products that we can here in Costa Rica. So that is definitely raising costs, as well as costs of the employees and something called Seguro Social, which is their pension plan and their vacation pays and all of this. That rises on a yearly basis as well. So there's a lot of costs that are encompassed in the small amount of difference between what I buy the product for and when that product hits your plate. So everything in the restaurant has to be made through that small margin. So it's tough. And as living costs increase, those prices have to increase. And I mean, I'm not driving around a $80,000 truck. I got a $3,000 little pickup, and I'm not buying frivolous materialistic things. We're putting all of our money back into the restaurant, into our future projects, and we're just trying to survive and give people the best quality that we can give them.
Right on, man. That's a heck of an answer. You've underwent a lot of personal changes, from relationships to just everything for the most part. The things that I noticed the same about you from the day I met you till today is you still work your butt off and you do grind, as you said earlier. That was spot on. You're a very hard worker, but your demeanor's changed. Your body's changed too. And a lot of it's changed. I change constantly. I'm skinny for a couple years and fat a couple years, and I ping pong as far as that goes. But you went from like being a muscly kind of intense guy to now you're limber and fluid and loose and smiling more. And although you're still feisty, it's not the same intensity. It's something different about you. What's going on, man? Fill us in. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm still the same guy. Still got the same fire. I think I just control it a little bit better now. Definitely gone through a lot of personal changes. I got divorced 6 years ago. Got into some plant medicine. Did a trip to Peru. Ayahuasca has been a big part of my life. Allowed me to dive deep into my own personal issues and have some reflection on those and move forward. That has also made me change my diet. I'm vegan now. I got heavy into martial arts about a year and a half ago through an injury. Kind of got me out of the water. Wasn't surfing as much, so got into martial arts, meditation. All these things sort of have been evolving with me, which has allowed me to sort of get out of that anger and piss and vinegar space and sort of come into more of a relaxed, more centered, humble, understanding, conscious, loving human being.
Wow. I mean, that's heavy, dude. Did that just all happen at once, or was this over time? And you mentioned ayahuasca, which is a scary sounding thing.
It's been a process. Since the day I stepped foot in Costa Rica, I felt more connected to the land, more connected to ancient sort of things, which brings in the conversation of ayahuasca and shamans and all this sort of stuff, and plant medicines and taking from the earth and learning from the plants around us. So it's been an ongoing process that is continuing as well. I don't feel I'm plateauing. I feel like I'm continually trying to grow, and it's not easy. It's been tough. There's been a lot of ups and downs through that time. But here I am growing and learning and constantly trying to change myself in the restaurant and trying to become a better person. And then now a big passion in my life is trying to help people become better through diet, through health, and through mental clarity and through expansion. So you had this personal experience, and now you want to share that with other folks. Yeah, it's you almost can't not share it. You know, once you go through these things and you realize that we are able to change and that we are able to become better, you want to see that in all the people around you. You know, I care about everybody, and I have a lot of love for the people that come into my life, and even customers. You know, I like to take the time with them and share my personal experiences with them and show them that they can eat a beautiful, delicious vegan meal, or they can have chicken, whatever they want to have. We're going to put the best product out for them, you know? You're
pretty passionate in sharing with when you're at the restaurant. It seems like you really enjoy when people ask. So it's like, what's this? Or is that going to taste good or taste bad? It seems like you really light up when you get a chance to talk about that.
Yeah, and I like for people to see. I like people to step out of their own usual boxes, you know, because they come in and they came from the States and they want a hamburger. You know what I mean? They want a taco. It's like they have that every day, so let's try something different. You know, let's dive into some cashew cheese, or maybe something that you haven't had before. Or let's try this new vegan bacon infused burger that's not beef. You know, there's so many other options out there for people, and it's like you're coming to Costa Rica to see this new land and maybe try surfing that you've never done. Let's try some new food. Let's expand a little bit.
That flair alive, trying something new and give you a shot.
Yeah, because I mean, when we try new things, we grow. You know, we grow and we learn, and our box opens up and we step outside of it, and then we change.
People just hear the word vegan though, and they're like, "Oh, it tastes like a shoe." So
I think that's changing, though. I think that's changing. I think people are starting to have a different idea of what vegan means,
especially around Nosara, I guess.
Yeah, and especially around Beach Dog. I think you're going to have the tastiest vegan food. I mean, I've had people tell me to open my restaurant all over the United States and all over Canada. I had one guy tell me I should come to Germany and do it because, I've never had vegan food like this. And I mean,
so theirs does taste like a shoe.
It does not taste like a shoe.
No, in Germany it must taste like.
I don't know. I've never been there.
Shout out to Germany, vegan food.
But man, again, we're just trying to put delicious food on a plate that's good, warm for the soul, and hits all the taste buds, and just gives you a great meal, and you feel full and comfortable when you leave, and maybe you're like, wow, I never knew that vegan food could taste like that.
Got it.
And again, we're not just vegan. We still have fish. We still have chicken. We're still offering regular dishes for people, so you don't have to be scared. And the Big Rich we still have, which is your favorite burrito. So
you can't get rid of that.
No, never.
It's pretty good.
So we still have all the different options for everybody. We're just trying to take the menu in a little bit different direction and give those options to people to come in and try something different and open up their mind and expand a little bit.
Right on. So on that note, I know that you are kind of sharing your personal experiences with other people, and that's kind of gathered steam, and apparently you have a receptive audience. And it's working, but the point I'm getting to is to fill us in about the sacred playground idea, because when you told me about that was impressive. That's a pretty cool idea.
So yeah, we got a couple new projects on the go. Which all sort of lead to the Sacred Playground, which is a farm that we're in the process of buying to grow a lot of our own fruits and vegetables, and then take people on food journeys to this farm to allow them to pick food and have it created there by our chefs for them to understand that food doesn't come off of a conveyor belt, that there's a lot of process to it, that maybe it's time for us to get our hands back into nature, understand where our food comes from, understand
who are you talking
anybody,
about?
Everybody. This will be clients.
Client.
Yeah, clients that come in, family comes in, they've had a great meal. They ask me what else there is to do. We're going to let them know that we have this space that's not too far away, that we can put them in a van, drive them out through the Nosara River, get them sort of out of Guiones into nature, onto this farm, and have a cool experience out there.
Like an authentic type experience.
Very authentic.
Are they going to be able to eat there or eat what they pick? Or?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They'll be able to pick some of their own food that we'll create a dish for them. Then we'll also have a dish that we've created from stuff on the land itself. Then we'll have some kind of fun activities they can do, cool. Waterfall hikes, river walks. We'll have a dinner version where people can stay and have a bonfire with us and a music jamboree. And
it's going to be a good day activity.
It will be, yeah. It'll be like a half day activity.
Are you marching towards retreats in time?
Yeah, eventually it'll be like a transformative retreat center where people will be able to come and spend a longer amount of time there, maybe dive into some personal work. We also want to do some things where like you and your wife can get a babysitter for the kids and come out to the farm for a night and just get away, leave the phone, leave the office, come sit in our temple, meditate a little bit, do some yoga. We're going to have some float tanks out there, sort of let people just escape and be close enough, but far enough away, and eat some beautiful organic vegan food and just have some time and space to themselves, and then zip back to work the next morning and just have these day trips. So there's a lot of different things that we're going to do with this farm. And again, it's called the Sacred Playground, and we look forward to starting it this year.
I imagine some pretty good music sessions are going to be happening out there.
Yeah, music. It'll be, we'll see. I mean, we have live music at the restaurant. Open mics are a big night on Tuesdays.
Are you still doing that this season? So
yeah, 5 nights a week, live music. Okay. Yeah.
Now, what about the season though? You have an expansion coming up, right?
Yeah, we have a little lounge. We have a hostel right now that we're actually turning into a lounge for the high season. We're gonna have a bar back there. It's gonna be a little wine bar. Not a giant bar. We're gonna have some specific things, a little different than anything else around town. Gonna keep a little bit of secrets, so people have to come check it out. Don't want to give all of our secrets away.
Understood.
But it's gonna be a place where people, when it's full, this year we turned away a lot of customers because in high season, so people will be able to come in, go around the back, sit down, have a glass of wine, couple little bocas, wait 30 minutes, jump out front, have their meal, watch live music, and head home with their day.
Right on.
So yeah, the expansion for the lounge is going to help feed the next expansion, which is that farm expansion. So, a lot of projects in the work.
You're linking it up, man.
Yeah, trying to link it up.
Yeah, right on. That's cool. So are you still fired up about martial arts? Because you got going.
Man, we were fired up the other night watching the fights.
Oh, man, how fun was that?
Yeah, my boy Connor lost, but that's okay.
You told me one time.
He needed to lose. His ego was getting a little bit too big, even for him. So we won't go down the rabbit hole of the Conor McGregor fight. But martial arts has come along with my personal growth. I think it was a big part of my personal growth. I had an injury, couldn't surf, got me into Muay Thai, and really allowed me to battle with myself in that scenario. And I did it for a year and a half. We brought down a professional Muay Thai fighter from New York.
That was an experience.
Had a cool little retreat with him. And then I kind of got off of it a little bit. And actually now I'm getting back into it again. It's just something that I keep in my life to keep me centered, keep me physically active, keep me strong, and switch it up, because you can't just surf every day, as much as people do. But then it's like, if they don't surf, they're upset. And it's like, oh, the waves are bad. And then they're in a bad mood. It's like, for me, that's where I was getting with it too. I was battling people out there and like screaming and getting in, arguments because somebody dropped in on me. This guy's dropping in on me. Your guy behind the camera there, he's always dropping in on me. No, I'm just kidding, buddy. but it turns
Shout
into...
out to Andres' paddling ability, or back paddling ability.
It turns into that out there. You got 300 tourists, 40, 50 locals.
Well, you just ride shortboards too, so it's tough.
And everybody's trying to get a wave and have a good time. And I understand that. But for me, it was actually creating sort of like a negative thing where I was coming in like pissed off because like I didn't catch enough waves and this guy cut me off. And
so martial arts have filled that.
Yeah, it took me out of there and it put me in a space where it was just me versus me, basically. How much can I battle myself, and can I go 10 rounds, in this hour, and really push myself to the physical and mental limits. So yeah, martial arts has been great, and I'm going to continue to do that. It keeps me centered for sure.
Right on, man.
For sure. I'm kind of bummed that I got away from it for a little bit, but life takes over and you kind of got to let that happen and not get down on yourself for falling out of place sometimes. And now I'm getting back into it. So right. I'm excited about that. Yeah.
Dude, Mike, it's really good to talk to you like this, man. Thanks for sharing your story, where you're coming from, and filling people in. A lot of people, they know of you or they see you, but they never got a chance to like see really where you're coming from. And I think you got that out there today.
Yeah. I hope I got a chance to give a little bit more of my story and allow people to understand where I'm coming from and see my personal growth and understand, why I look 10 pounds lighter than I did, 5 years ago. And that's emotional stuff and physical stuff. And I'm going to continue to try to just be the best version of myself every day and try to pass that on to the people that are around me and the clients as well, and kind of help them on their journeys and give them the best and the most love that we can.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, my pleasure, Rich. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it, brother.